using a Hellflower on a hero like Witch Slayer, who's got 2 CCs and a great ultimate, and is also very squishy, could be a good idea to cancel out, his Void Talisman, so they can just 1 or 2 shot him.
Yeah, speaking of Void Talismans, that Witch Slayer, not too sure when he picked that up, but I don't know, is that the best item really for him? The only person it kind of negates would be that Puppet Master. Do you think he bought it just solely for that, DrDz?
He's definitely worried about the puppet's damage. I know personally I'd rather see Witch Slayer get something that enables him to move around a little bit more so he can get a better stun off or better hex off instead of just hexing whoever is in front. Something like a tablet of command or a portal key. But at the same time, it's not a bad pickup. It's just personal preference, and I can't really knock on him for liking a Void Talisman over mobility.
Oh wow, Puppet Master went for a Harkon's Blade instead of the Hellflower.
Oh man, we were just talking about that earlier as well. So an old school Puppet Master, just without the lifesteal. I don't know, this could be very powerful for him. It synergizes very well, of course, with everything he has. But it looks like Devour is going to be taking down Jessica Alba yet again. We got the Shrunken Head on Puppet Master, and now he does, of course, have that Aegis, and he's going to be using it. But another kill coming out on that Magmus. So this is not looking good for Druidz for whatsoever. It looks like that Puppet Master is in full retreat, and Glacius is definitely going to be going down. And we can finally take down that Nighthound, just as a little bit of retribution. And that hook is just not up for that Devourer quite yet, but he is now not going to go for the blind hook. However, on this Puppet Master, who else is around here? We got Slither, who's going to be coming, well, late to the party. It's really the only thing I can think of here. Is he going to be able to chase down Devour? Devour has his Striders, and they just came up now, so he's going to be motoring on out of there. So, I don't know. I think that really caught Druidz out of position there, forcing even Puppet Master to throw out that Aegis. I don't think that was a situation of baiting this round, or was it, Peter?
No, they just completely caught them off guard and out of position. They were able to kill Hellbringer before he got his ult off, which is huge. And that essentially is what won him the fight, plus catching them out of position. Magmus got there late. He couldn't get an ultimate off. He had to stun right in to try and just get something done. But as he stunned in, Bubbles ulted, so he gets out of his stun, his Lava Surge, and he's stunned for a couple seconds from Bubbles' ultimate. And he couldn't get away for an ult and then another stun, so overall, it was just catching them out of position and great execution on the part of Wahlin.
So it's good to see the signs of life here from Wahlin. I mean, they haven't given up yet. They really want to bring this back. But I don't know, even with 3 kills to their name, the difference here in experience and gold is still sitting at a 6,000, nearly 10,000 mark. So even, taking the lead in kills like that, they're still behind a little bit in terms of towers, in terms of creeps. Farm, creep kills. So, I don't know. If they can keep doing that repeatedly, the next few team fights, this might start swinging around their way. So they just kind of need to do more of that. Or what else could they do here, Asway, to help them out?
Not too much. Catching them off guard is really their only option. With having the Hellbringer counter initiation, they just need to catch them off guard and out of position, really, and get a good initiation. But Bubbles does have his Hex now, his Sheep Stick, which is going to be really useful in team fights. But on the other end, Hellbringer does have his Sheep Stick, so...
Yeah, it would be a war of the farmyard animals, but I can't help but notice, but Hellbringer is just way up top, nowhere near, and I don't really know what WoodooJester is doing. He's getting caught out here by everyone, but Magmus getting cheap stick, and it looks like Glacius was able to go down. Magmus will be okay there, and he'll be taking down that WoodooJester. Now just war of the shrunken heads here, as everyone is taking damage everywhere, but it does not look like Druidz is in that strong a position, as we did have Slither go down, as well as the Magmus. Now Nighthound going down as well. That'll be pretty big. Hellbringer is doing a great job surviving, and Puppet Master picking up the hat trick to the Genocide, who just bought back. It was that Devour. Devour's going to try to put up the best defense he can here. Hook will be up. He still has his ultimate, but it does not look like Puppet Master cares to really get caught out of position here. So a hat trick for that Puppet Master, that Harkon's Blade, and basically every item he's picked up is definitely serving him well there. And now it looks like he's definitely going in on this Devour with that Harkon's activate. He just does so much damage, rips right through that Devour, and that's a second Genocide within 30 seconds. Although I guess it doesn't tell me that anymore. Aw, that's a shame. But yeah, so DrDz, good idea, bad idea. Like, what happened? Why did Voodoo Jester get like caught off to the edge there? Was that just caught out of position, or was he forced over there?
His positioning wasn't bad per se. It's just Glacius had an invis and caught him. I'd say it actually worked out to their benefit because Magnus chose to blink stun in on Voodoo Jester only instead of trying to either stun in on multiple targets, get away, and line up a good ult. He didn't get an ult off again that fight. He only stunned Voodoo Jester, then eventually died to Cursed Ground, I believe. So he got caught by an Invis Glacius, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world to happen for him.
So if Magnus had gone in on the main body there, the Nighthound, the Devourer, the Witch Slayer, that could have definitely turned out a lot better for Druidz. That's essentially what you're saying?
Yes and no. I mean, it's the decisions that you have to make in fraction of a second are really close, and hindsight's 2020.
Yep.
So I'm not really like saying that Louis a bad player or
No,
anything.
no, not at all.
Just if he would have gone in and maybe caught some better heroes than Voodoo Jester, like even Witch Slayer is a better hero to catch than Voodoo Jester, could have turned the fight a little bit more in their favor, even though they definitely came out on top, getting 6 for 4 with Devourer's buyback.
Yeah, 6 for 4, that was definitely the key. The buyback there, and then just dying again, that's a lot of wasted gold on the part of Devourer. I mean, he doesn't have the best gold per minute at all. I mean, just sitting under that 200, so every dollar, every gold coin should be precious to him at this point. I mean, Druidz, after that fight, has extended their lead up to a 12,000 split on experience and gold, so by all indications, Druidz is just widening the lead. A third Congo going down. We do have bananas on the field, and I'm not too sure if they're going to be carrying it all. It looks like Glacius might pick that up, or somebody has to pick it up. Yeah, he'll be picking that up. And speaking of health items, he does have an Astrolabe, so that's probably going to prove very useful. He's had it for a while, I've noticed. But, I mean, for a Glacius support build, Astrolabe, is that kind of like the expected thing you would get Asway, or would you have done it a little different? How do you normally play your Glacius?
Most of the time I just feed and don't have boots, but
So honest.
yeah,
So honest.
I think getting the Astrolabe is fine for them. Having the 2 bracers, being able to live a little bit longer in fights, and getting that Astrolabe off, really good for his team. But what's really scary is the Riff Shards 4 on that Puppet Master after that team fight.
Oh, that is definitely going to be very scary indeed. He's hitting for an average here of about 335 physical damage. Now, who has kind of stacked armor on the Legion other than, well, this Devourer, who's at plus 14 strength and 4 magic armor thanks to his cadaver armor. But other than that, I mean, Witch Slayer definitely very thankful he has a Void Talisman now, I probably believe. So at this point, I mean, do we have any other kind of big scary items going around Asway, or just the Rift Shards really stand out?
Nighthound has a Firebrand, could possibly go Frostburn. Other than that, nothing really stands out. Puzzle Box 1 on Hellbringer. It's a little late, but better late than never.
No, 50 minutes in to go with that Coldra Sheepstick that he's got. He also has that Gnome's Wisdom. I've been noticing the Mana Shield going up around people. Now, that Mana Shield, I mean, it's not a huge amount, but every little bit helps at this point. And Puppet Master just looks very intimidating at this point. Oh, that's not a real Nighthound. Never mind. And I don't know. They keep throwing away these bananas. I don't think they really know who wants to carry these bananas. But Slither has his Geometer's Bane. What would be the next item you think for a Slither of this caliber, DrDz?
I think he might go for a Savage Mace next, or I really don't know. It's gonna be something that gives him more damage though. But I think it's more likely that the game will end before he gets another big item pickup at the rate he's farming.
Yeah, 250 gold a minute. He has about 600 70 gold or so to his name. Not exactly enough to pick up anything of big note. I do like how this Hellbringer knows that he's a prime target. He's just really sitting in the back here. He does not want to go in at all, and that really comes down to the counter initiation that we've been talking about all game. So as soon as we see Wahlin do something here, which we're not going to see right there, we're going to see a lot of images go down, but Puppet Master gets hooked, throws out his Shrunken Head, in comes everything. Malf is coming out, the Magnus ult, we got the Slither ult going down, but Glacius is definitely in a lot of trouble as he's still alive. No, he's going to be going down as well. Bubbles is doing a great job surviving there. We got Sheep Sticks going down everywhere, but the Nighthound is down. Magnus, skin of his teeth, nope, he's not going to be getting away. Devour, however, is going to be dropping here. Bloodbath, hat trick again for this Puppet Master. He's definitely playing that Puppet Master very well. The sender from Druidz, as he is sitting at an impressive score of 12-3. That Harkon's Blade and everything has really come out very nicely for him, and now both racks is down. This is a big advantage for Druidz, and that's just more kills, more kills, more kills. So is this the end now, DrDz, or can you really see any kind of hope here?
It's still only the first racks down, but with, you know, about 60 seconds or so, 30 seconds on there, Nighthound, they're going to get another set of Raxes here. So I think it is the end here, pretty much.
Great use of the Shrunken Head down south to avoid the Witch Slayer's stun, and Voodoo Jester going down again. I don't quite think I saw a genocide message pop up there, but for all intents and purposes, right now Wahlin is very hard pressed to do anything. Down goes a second melee, down goes a second range. So, I mean, it's very heavily leaned right now towards this Druidz. 26,000 on the experience and the gold leads. It's looking very grim for Wahlin, but, I mean, not all hope is lost as bottom lane was pushing up against Druidz. Bottom lane here up top, but, yeah, it's a slim sliver of hope at this point. Oh, so this Nighthound, I mean, I don't know, probably not the best pickup. 4-7-10 is his score, and is it just really a matter of, you know, Druidz countering them, or like is there anything flawed right now with the Nighthound play that we've seen so far, Asway? I'm just trying to understand, because he was picked up as their carry, but he just has not been able to perform. So what's the reason behind that?
The laning phase wasn't really good for him. He barely had any farm whatsoever. Like, he was still working on No Fireblade when Puppet Master had his Shrunken Head. If Nighthound can't get farm, you know, early on, he's not going to be too effective.
So just simply an issue of not being able to grab the farm and not being able to perform in the team fights because he's not, you know, beefy enough, doesn't put out enough damage, that kind of idea?
Basically that, yeah. He should have maybe did a bit more ganking, but it would have been really difficult for him to roam and gank with limited farm. I think the laning phase really hurt him quite a bit.
Well, I mean, as the enemy team, you want to keep down the enemy carries, so I will say Druidz has definitely kept him down. I mean, he's done a good amount of free farms since then. He is sitting at 187 creep kills, but, I mean, look at this Puppet Master, 300 and counting. And really, he's far and above everyone else. 481 gold a minute right now. He's also hit level 25. The closest level we have on Wahlin is, of course, the dual 20s on both Bubbles and Devour, and they were both solo lanes as well. So out goes the Devour hook, not going to be grabbing anyone. We got the Illusions tanking the tower, and we have a vote to pause. I was going to say, is this a GG? But no, this is a pause. So with Druidz right on the doorstep here of Wahlin, can they do anything really to their defense other than just try to bunch up here and keep the tower alive as long as possible? Or what do you think they can try to do? Maybe hook into the trees or something here, DrDz?
I really don't think there's much for them to do at this point with the amount of farm and the huge lead that Druidz has. Puppet Master still even has the Token of Life, so they have to kill him twice. They need some luck on their side to win this one.
Well, it does not look like Puppet Master wants to give them that chance. Pops the Shrunken Head early, but that's going to be a great chance here for Bubbles to get in a lot of damage. Nighthound and Devour, they really want this Puppet Master down, but it does not look like he wants to go down without a fight. does look like Nighthound is down as well. They finally used the Aegis, but look at how low Devourer is. Out came that Malphus at some point. Another bloodbath for this Puppet Master. I mean, he should be immortal soon at this rate. But we also got, you know, the Mega Creeps pushing in on the Nexus, and that's the GG well played here from Wahlin against Druidz here in the DreamHack Winter 2010. So there we go, folks. Druidz outdoing Wahlin this round. A nice flip from the Gosu Gamers World Tournament where last they met. So good game, well played, gentlemen.